What up fight fans, and welcome back to Ring Talk. I know it's been a while, but what a way to get back into it with UFC 287 that just happened. And what an epic card it was down in Miami. But before we get into it, make sure you give us a like and subscribe. Let's go. The early prelims got underway as Sam Hughes recorded the decision win in the women's strawweight division. This was followed by a stunning comeback as Steve Garcia was able to knock out his opponent via kick and punch to the liver in the second round. The early prelims drew a close as Ignacio Bahamondes takes a one-sided, unanimous decision win. The second of three strawweight fights saw Lupita Godinez take a split decision win to ruin Calvillo's return to the division as we open up the prelims. Joe Pyfer demolishes Gerald in a first round via KO to put himself 2 out of 2 in the middleweight division. The last of the strawweight bouts saw Luana Pereira defeat the Karate Hottie in a very close fight via decision. What a way to close off the prelims as the middleweights went out full war mode, putting everything on the line as Kelvin Gastelum puts on a clinic to take a decision win. That's 50 G's for sure. The main card was opened up with an end to Rosas Jr.'s hype as the 18-year-old was humbled by a dominant, calm performance of Rodriguez to lose his O via unanimous decision. The Trailblazer faceplant Santiago in the third round to get his 11th win in the UFC. Rob Font lit it up for as long as it lasted as he TKOs Yandes in the very first round. The co-main event brought an end to Gamebred's story as Gilbert Burns decrowned the King of Miami to get a decision win. Sweet sweet revenge, and finally the curse is broken as the Last Stylebender puts the lights out on Alex Pereira to regain his middleweight strap. And so, the story just keeps getting better. Finally, Isreal Adesanya defeats Alex Pereira in emphatic style. But the question is, where do we go from here? We can clearly see that Dana is not really interested in a rematch and has stated that Alex Pereira might even move up to 205. Although this wasn't confirmed by Pereira later on, it's still a question. He's a big guy and he can fight in that division. With one apiece, I really do think a trilogy would be insane. And also, the story has just even gotten better. Both of them have a knockout, well, one a TKO and the other a really good knockout. It's interesting. I can't believe that UFC is not ready to plan. Isreal Adesanya has run through this division, with the only two other fighters that he has yet to face being Diricus, Duplessis and Hamzat. I really don't see anyone else beating him. However, the fight against Alex Pereira sells, and there's a story to go with. It's one apiece, don't forget that. There's a story also with Duplessis, with his statements about true African fighters, and also Hamzat, who is yet to prove himself in that top 3. I guess the next 2 fights are really decided, and if UFC really wanted to do this, they have potentially 3 more good fights. Alex Pereira potentially fighting Hill for the 205 strap. It's exciting. Masvidal calls it a career in his hometown, the 305, after 20 years in the sport. It's only fitting that UFC's 20-year wait to return to Miami hosted the King of Miami himself, Jorge Masvidal. Unfortunately, it didn't end well for the King as he was defeated via unanimous decision to Gilbert Burns. And as he said previous to the fight in numerous news outlets that if he had lost he would retire, he humbly threw them gloves to the audience and called it quits. Here's the video if you've missed it.
I love everybody here. Thank you everybody for watching, but this is where I started my career now. It's been a long 20 years, 50-something fights. You know, sometimes your favorite basketball player ain't got that three-pointer no more. Your favorite quarterback loses that rifle. I don't feel the same when I get in here no more. It's been 20 long years. I love all of you. UFC came here 20 years ago, and it inspired me to chase this dream for 20 years, 50-some fights later. Hopefully I inspired somebody in here to go fight for theirs, no matter what it is. If it's in the sports world, if it's in the entertainment world, if it's in whatever world, the 9 to 5. I love everybody. I love this sport. I'm a multi-millionaire. I didn't start from I didn't have when I started. And I can say I'm good for life now. 20 long years, Joe. I love you guys, man.
Well, I love you too, man. You had a fantastic career, and it's been an honor to call your fights. I'm a huge fan.
The Kimbo Slice protege has come a long way from fighting in the backyards to being the BMF, a cash cow, and even having his own promotion. So from all of us, we leave you with this highlight reel.
The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo. unusual entries.
Uncle Dana does what Uncle Dana wants. Colby Covington will be the next title challenger to take on the champ Leon Edwards. This was confirmed after Leon defended his belt back in London. Dana was adamant that Colby was next, and with the outcome of Burns beating Masvidal, that's pretty much cemented now. Burns in the post-fight conference demanded to be next in line and told Dana that he would make weight as the backup, and Dana accepted. Well, the story was going to be epic if Masvidal won, but hey, the UFC will go on. When Dana was asked about Belal Muhammad, he said that he had plans with him, and mentioned earlier that he wanted to schedule him against Shavkat. But Belal wants to fight a fighter with a higher rank than his, and has called for Usman. All we know is, this weight division is looking very interesting, and we can't wait. Thank you once again for tuning in and watching our video. If you liked it, make sure to give us a like and subscribe, and follow us on all our social media platforms, and we'll see you next time.